had this breakdown once, and I love breakdowns because they always lead to breakthroughs, but they're never fun while you're in it.
Mm.
But I had this breakdown once, and I was just like, my life isn't the way that I want it. I'm not doing anything that I want to do. I feel restricted. I'm not living the life that I want. And I would kind of look to blame, right? But at the same time, I couldn't get out of it. So I couldn't feel it as a me thing because there was nothing that I could do differently. So I would look at other people and be like, would I be here in this situation if it wasn't for this person? And eventually I just caught myself in between a rock and a hard place. And I said, I had this insight, and the insight was, um, I remember being really frustrated about my weight back then too. And so, when we're like judging ourselves. So my insight said, be happy no matter what and eat less. And I was like, isn't that funny? Like, duh, like everybody knows that, but it didn't do anything for me, right? It didn't, I was just like, that's just like if it were that easy, then I would be doing it, right? That's what I
Right.
was thinking. And the next morning, so I just went to sleep and I'm just like frustrated. The next morning, I had another insight. And right when I woke up, the insight was you're thinking that you can't be happy with the life that you have right now.
Mhm.
Why can't you be happy with the life that you have right now? And I just thought that was really interesting because I was like, yeah, that that like that thought or that insight was right. Like I am not allowing myself to be happy unless my life looks a certain way. I was like, that's right. I'm not doing that. And then we went out of town, and like 2 days later, I had another insight about the same thing because I was just like pissed off the whole time. Just not really, nobody really knew it but me. I was just like, I'm not letting myself be happy. And the insight was, um, I wonder if I can be happy
Mhm.
right now. And when I got curious about that, I just started laughing because it became an experiment of wonder. Like, I wonder if I can do that. Like, I wonder if I will allow myself to do that. I wonder if that's possible. And then it was like, duh, obviously it's possible. I just have to let myself do it. So, what I learned is we may want, certain things and we want to accomplish certain goals, and everything really is in its own timing. But we have the right to be happy right now, the way that things are. We don't have to make ourselves miserable because they're not the way that we think they should be. We can make that choice. And, from that point, I learned that, we only have so much control in life. And every day I can just do my best. But I still want to choose to be happy every day, no matter what. Because, like, why would I want to be miserable? Because miserable doesn't help me reach my goals any faster, but happy does. Right.
Mhm.
And happy is just a more pleasurable place to be. And then once I decided that I was just going to be happy no matter what situation I was in my life, like more opportunities started to come, right? Like more travel started to come and more adventures started to come. And that's what I wanted, was not to be like stuck in a place, and more clients started to come. And I was just looking at it as like an observation, and just from a neutral point, I was like, oh, this is really interesting. Because no matter what, I chose not to get super excited, but I chose not to be miserable either. So I was just like, and then it all made sense to me. I was like, this just figures, right? This is just part of the equation. Like, obviously, I just solved for X, right? Be happy now, and then more happy stuff attracts to me, right? We know that manifestation law. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to share that because I went through the whole fear, financial worry, wanting to pay for things and all that. And then when I just said, look, this is my life, I wonder if I could be happy with it just the way it is, no matter what, then I really did just start attracting different energy towards me. So, and it's like a different vibration.
Mhm.